Hey guys, it's Vanity, Ezel, by Carpe Vanguard, Ezel and the Vanity weekly review, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't like, comment, subscribe, and let's go started. This time we are covering more reviews from the Festival Collection, along with the starting reviews of Set 3, where later in this week we're going to get Dayusha, but not today. So let's get the started, shall we, and see what we got. First up today, we have Traction, Transformation, Track Trailer, or as I like to call them, Quadruple T. Grade 3, 25% right, 13k base, auto rear guard, and attacks into anything, discard the top of your deck if it's a trigger unit, choose a blitz order or set order from your drop zone, put it to hand, and if you do not get a hand card from this effect, you get plus 5,000 power. All around pretty solid because you know it's either an 18k swinger or a way to recycle defensive options, or you know your deck's main gimmick because the entirety of Brand K relies on set orders. But either way, though, it's a very solid grade 3. The only downside is he's a grade 3, and a lot of the Brand K decks, at least in my opinion, you know, with the overload of set orders, probably don't want another grade 3. This was a grade 2 or hell, even a grade 1. I think this card would be a really good card, but as of being a grade 3, it's a 2 of tech, especially because the way D is constructed, where there's only main vanguards and then there's just everything else as a rear guard skill, is not really that useful. Now, if this was like in V or Premium, I can guarantee you this would have had a vanguard or rear guard skill, and then this would actually be worth running as a possible tech. But yeah, in this case, like a 2 of in the few decks that can fit this in. Then we have Guardian of the Youthful Leaf Stigard, so grade 2 and set 5k shield, 10k base, 8k base, contains rear guard or guard circle. If your vanguard's a grade less than equal to your opponent's vanguard's grade, or your damage zone has 4 more cards in it, it'll get plus 5,000 power, 5,000 shield after both players' turns. So, you know, 13k base, 10k shield, same as the last week's one. Still raised the same questions about grade 4s being messed, stuff like that. I don't really care, but it's just something I noticed. Either way, it's a 2 of tech, 3 of tech if you want it. Then we have Radiance Caliburn, grade 3, Regalia's Piece. I don't know why I was supposed to say Blitz Order. Normal order, you may have one Regalia's Piece in your deck, and you can only use 1 per fight. Perform one of the following: either draw 2 or shove it to soul, counter charge 1. Okay, cool. This is free resource for literally any deck. Like, you either Pot of Greed or you get a free soul card and a counter charge. All around, that's pretty solid. In fact, quite literally, the Discord I got this from just cropped Pot of Greed onto it. And I guess it's because I was tired, as I didn't actually notice the fact that it was just cropped on there, because when I looked at it again, I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely cropped on there. But I mean, it makes sense. It's a good card. It just feels like, I don't know, compared to the other ones, it just feels like the lack of text makes it not as good. That's not to say that it's not good and that text is the comparison. I'm just saying that, you know, I don't know, I feel like the other ones had more impact, and then this one is just draw 2, shove to soul, counter 1. That's not me saying it's bad, it's just me noticing something. Anyways, one of, if you choose to run it. Then we have an Elementaria Sanctitude. So this is the exact same name as the other Blitz Order of the same name. So, you know, the one that activates during triple drive. In fact, they almost have the exact same skill. You can only have one of them in deck in total. You play without discarding a card from your hand. Or if your opponent does not have a card, if you do not have a card other than the energy generator in your crest zone, so basically you can't use it for your stride deck, and if your opponent has a card other than their energy generator in their crest zone, so you know pretty much they're running a they're running a stride deck, you basically can play without paying the cost since it's a standard PG. My thing with this is, what was the point of this outside of Premium? Because to my understanding, the only decks that have crest that aren't the energy generator are stride deck sets. If I'm wrong, someone correct me. But all of these stride deck sets always had triple drive most of the time. In fact, the very few times they didn't, it would be when you couldn't stride. And even then, some of them could nullify Sentinels, Chronojet. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the better of the two against them because it procs because they have a crest in their crest zone? Is that it? Because I feel like that's very hyper-specific, considering the fact only stride deck sets were affected by this, and the triple drive one at least affected the grade 4s along with the stride deck sets, unless they were on the rare occasion they weren't on grade 4. That's my opinion on this. It's not a bad card. I'm just like, just the lines are being drawn there, one of, if you choose to run it. Then we have Eveline Magician, grade 2 and set 5k shield, 10k base, act rear guard once per turn. If you have 3 or more cards were put into your soul at the same time by your card's ability this turn, counter boss 1, draw a card. It gets plus power for that turn. So, you know, 15k is all around pretty solid. I mean, it's a free draw. All you have to do is put 3 or more cards into your soul at the same time via one ability. So, you know, use Adamine, aka that one grade 1 from, I think, either set 7 or set 6 twice. And basically, you know, you get 1 free extra soul charge per move. And then you play Brainwash Roller, boom, you got the 3 free soul because it can be by any card's ability. Either way, though, is a nice balance grade 2 for, you know, generic stuff. If Bushy actually gave us generic grade 3s consistently along with their own ride lines, but, you know, we take what we can get. So 3 of if you choose to run it. And then we have, wrong card. Then we have Shady Investigator, grade 1 boost, 5k show deck, base, auto when placed on rear guard circle from the hand, Soul Blast 3, draw a card, and it gets to this power for the turn. I don't know why. I really want to see a Dark States deck that isn't Bruce, like, focus on soul charging and soul blasting. Oh, wait, we do have one. Transrotor. Oh, wait, it's just one grade 3 with one card of support, and that support is barely applicable to it. In fact, we can argue that card is more support for Australia than it is for actual Transrotor. They just gave Transrotor a Radline. It's literally right there. All they have to do is give it a grade 2 and a grade 1, and I will be satisfied. I just want something here. Come on, give me something here. Either way, Shady is... it's not the real Slim Shady, so it's a 2 in my book. Then we have Divine Sister Asoma, again, another praying for more Divine Sister main grade 3 because they have yet to give us one and they keep giving us a bunch of Divine Sister support. Grade 1 boost 5k show deck, base, auto rear guard when unit boost. If you have 2 or more rear guards that were placed this turn, it gets between 2,000 power for that battle, and at the end of that battle, you may put this card to your soul. So cool, not a mandatory soul charge, but if you want to, you can, and it's a 10k booster. Oh, look at that. Focusing specifically on calling 2 rear guards. I don't think I've seen that text in the entirety of D. Maybe, Bushy, this is an idea to make a Divine Sister main grade 3. I'm going to keep pushing this every time they show me a card with the Divine Sister name because it's clearly evident they can with other cards and they just don't want to. 3 of, 4 of if they actually make a Divine Sister deck, and I will actually be really happy. Then we have Bringer of Change Aeon. Grade 1 boost, 5k show deck, base, auto when placed on rear guard circle, counterblast 2, draw a card, it gets what has the power. You know, it's funny that I said this before. Actually, I said it, I had a worse skill. I said that they could have just made a Divine Sister main grade 3 with counterblast 1 on place, draw a card, and any skill that either gave it a 5k or a crit, and I would have been satisfied. But, you know, instead they give it to this grade 1 when they could have just put this on the Vanguard circle and then made it a main grade 3 for Divine Sisters. I will keep bringing this up until they give us a grade 3 of the Divine Sister name. Either of main grade 3 of the Divine Sister name. Either way though, cool, Aeon is nice. It's 5k and a draw and non-counterblast heavy decks, but you know, it would have been better. Divine Sister main grade 3. And then our final cards of the day are 2 new overtriggers. First we have Spiritual King of Bright Sky, Mary Dan Zabala, so it's a grade 0 boost, 50k show, 5k power, and then additional effect for, you know, pulling the overtrigger outside of the 1 million and draw is draw up to 1 card for every 2 of your opponent's open circles and total on their rear guards and guard circle. And then you retire all of your opponent's rear guards and guardians. I do actually like how you don't get the draw until after you, I like how you get the draw before you get the retire, and the fact that it just wipes out the opponent's guardians, meaning if, you know, they didn't just like hard guard the attack for the Vanguard when you drive check this, then you can still give the 1 million to someone else and then wipe out their guard circle. So unless they PG, the attack goes through, so therefore you have 2 ways to break through. All around, Bright Sky is a very solid over trigger. It's a way to get hand cards and it's a way to F over your opponent's board, and I think it's really cool, so definitely one of my top favorite contenders. And then we have Spiritual King of Night Sky. Now, next, I don't remember what I was about to say, but I cannot say that. Anyways, why does this remind me of Danny Phantom looking at this? Anyways, additional effect, choose up to 1 card from your damage zone, put it to your hand, and then choose to 1 unit card from your hand, call it to rear guard, and gets +10 power for that turn. This is a heal trigger. Because it's any 1 card from your damage zone, and then you basically get to call it more or less, and it'll get +10k for that turn. Okay, if you are ever going to run like one of the Cray Elemental overs, unless you really need to more, actually no, Walnut doesn't even give you more multi-attack. You're always going to pick this one because unless you are at low damage when you sack this will always go off, meaning you will always get a free heal and you will always be able to call something. This is the best in my opinion. This one's really good, but this is best in my opinion because that's a free call. So all around, without further ado, I'm going to this one here. Hope you guys enjoyed. In the next one, we will cover Dayusha and whatever else is coming up next Tuesday. So I'll see you all then. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join Squad Twitch, and I'll see you all next one. Don't stand up your Vanguards.